So now what? I'm stressed.
Right.
Okay. It's
Oh
premiering.
my gosh.
It's
Okay.
premiering, but it's okay. Video. Okay.
Texting my friends and being like,
Okay.
"Guys,
No. Stop speaking. Stop speaking. We need to stop.
Stop speaking. Stop speaking.
Okay. Okay, here we are.
Here we go. On reclaiming her master's, dropping the Eras tour, and the life of a showgirl. Okay.
All right. Okay. Let's
Okay.
listen to my wife talk.
Make it full screen.
Let's get to the part of this show that I think is what everybody is going to be talking about.
do
Yes.
I get to say it? Do I get
Well,
to say? I get to say the two words. Yes.
First of all, you can do whatever you want, Taylor. I don't. We're not going to. It's very much whatever.
Within the framework of the podcast, I'm a fan of the podcast.
Typically,
Yeah.
you would allow the guest to say new news.
Yeah, I want to do it.
I think Taylor has a little bit of new
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
Welcome back to New Heights, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, 92%ers. We missed you. This is a very special episode of New Heights.
Indeed.
A Wondery Show. We are your hosts. I'm Travis Kelsey. This is my big brother, Jason Kelsey, out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio.
Yeah,
University of Cincinnati grad, Cincy. Wow, baby. Arrowhead can't come soon enough, baby. Let's go, Bearcats. Let's go, baby. Subscribe on YouTube, Wondery Plus, wherever you get your podcasts, and follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with one S for fun clips throughout the week. Jason. Oh, we got a good one. Why don't you tell the people what we
Yeah, it's
got
gonna be like about an hour
So
because
at
they're like
92%,
40 minutes in.
Remember?
Okay. Yeah.
Heights is coming back till August 27th. Well, that
We
was
lied.
a lie. That was a lie. And hopefully you can forgive us because we got as Travis said, we have a very special episode today that we just simply could not turn down. That's right. This is a special preseason episode that we decided to bring to you a little early.
So let's not waste any of their time, Jason. Let's get right to it. You want to do the honors?
Our guest today is the singer, songwriter, producer, and director from Nashville, Tennessee. That's
The Queen.
She is the most awarded artist in the history of the American Music Awards, Billboard Music Awards, and iHeart Radio Music Awards. She has 14.
Oh my God.
That is the only artist in the history.
The video is lagging a little bit, but it's okay.
December, she wrapped up the Eras Tour, which spanned 149 shows across 51 cities, 5 continents, and was the most attended tour of all time. I'm still going. Hold on for album. The Torture Police Department says.
Oh my God.
1.7.
She's too successful for these guys.
In the first week of that guy on the Chiefs, she has 19 wins, 2 AFC titles.
The audio
I know,
cut
poor
out
Jason.
so bad. The
Jason.
audio cut out so bad.
I've seen this before.
Dude, look,
Oh my God.
left his body.
Wait. Okay.
The audio was literally cutting out so bad.
Cutting out. Okay. Wait. Let me fix that. Okay. Share. Voice for video sharing. Share sound. Okay. How about now?
No, that was so good. Thank you.
I tried
Thank
to.
you for
Yeah.
screaming for like 47 seconds for me. That was so nice.
I'm shaking right now.
I
I'm
bet.
shaking too.
No, you did a great job.
Take a deep breath, big guy.
Did I get everything? How much more could we have put in that? Like that felt like that was.
That was such an amazing intro. And also just like, thanks for wearing the merch. That goes a long way. Just like
God,
immediately makes me feel comfortable just looking deeply into my own eyes.
Okay, all right. That's what I was going for.
She's so funny.
Thanks for having me. This is my first podcast.
This is amazing. Thank you for coming on.
What took you so long to jump on podcasts?
You know what? I was waiting for you guys to invite me. This is my favorite podcast.
So we've already been over this. You're a big fan of the show. You're a 92%er. What are your favorite segments that you hear Travis and I go into
Oh God.
on a routinely basis?
I like new news just because of the screaming. Like I hear him screaming new news from across the house constantly. It's like my favorite part. Like he'll be like, new news. And I'm in the kitchen being like, new news. So I love
So
that
cute.
the bellowing of it.
I love her.
I love No Dumb Questions.
That's a banger.
I really like it when you give people advice. It's kind of my personal favorite.
Do you usually agree with the advice, or do you just like listening to it?
I mean, I think that like you guys give such male-centric advice, which I think is just dudes who don't want drama.
Yeah.
Dudes who are trying to avoid the mess. But sometimes you're going to like do a bit and say the messiest thing that they could do, which is funny too.
So we're going to ask the question everybody watching the show is currently asking. Why are you coming on the show? Why New Heights? What are you doing? You have so many better things to do with your time.
This podcast has done a lot for me. I owe a lot to this podcast. This podcast got me a boyfriend. Ever since Travis used it as his personal dating app about 2 years ago. So
Worked pretty good.
yeah. Hey.
Were his friendship bracelets that good? Did you give the friendship bracelets, or was that just on the podcast? Like,
I've never seen
Yeah,
the
they
original.
didn't leave the stadium because I was butthurt, Jason.
He threw a tantrum. He threw a man
The entire
tantrum.
he's
world
out of
saw.
here.
It's so funny. It's
My
like
plan
also,
is ruined.
She
like-
loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me not.
This is so
She
wild.
hates me.
Like it was such a wild romantic gesture to just be like, I want to date you. Like I don't know.
Taylor, I do that all the
First
time.
when I looked at it, I was
Sweetie,
like,
that's
this
what
dude is.
That's what it does when you're on the stage and you perform in Arrowhead. That's what it did.
This dude didn't get a meet and greet. He's making it everyone's problem. That's what I thought at first, and then I
You
was
come
like,
to Arrowhead, I get to meet you. That's the perk of playing for the Chiefs.
you realize he didn't even reach out to our management. I was like, when this podcast came out,
Well,
I was
I
like, did he ever reach out to be like in the tents, or did we
didn't.
know he was in the building? He came with Pat. And he thought that because he knows the elevator lady that
Oh,
he
yeah, the
could
red
talk
coach,
to
yeah.
her about just getting down
Well,
to
that's
my
how it
dressing
works.
Yeah.
You just go.
and I got
room. Yeah,
denied.
that's
They
how
were
it
like,
works
no,
in
it's-
1973.
When the elevator wasn't invented.
But yeah, he really just was like, I know a guy, I can figure this out. But I actually, when I thought about it, I was like, actually, we live in a day and age where like I'm not an online person at all. I'm not like on social media like that. And like I'm genuinely terrified to open my DMs.
Smart.
It's about I just there's smoke coming out of my DMs. Like I don't want to go near that. I don't know what's
If you
in there.
want somebody to go through it, I'll go
Oh,
through it
she's
just because
gonna
I'll
see
laugh
my
my ass
DMs.
off.
It's like if you have
No,
like 20 million unread DMs, you're
Are
just
you
like,
not entertained?
So this kind of felt more like I was in an 80s John Hughes movie and he was just like standing outside of my window with a boombox, just being like, I want to date you.
Yeah.
Do you want to
That
go on
is-
a date with me? I made you a friendship bracelet. Do you want to date me?
Just
I was
come
like,
outside and meet me. Just meet me once. Just give me a chance.
So I was like, if this guy isn't crazy, which is a big if, this is sort of what I've been writing songs about wanting to happen to me since I was
Yeah.
a teenager.
Yeah. And I was sitting there at the Eras tour listening to every single one of those songs like I know what she wants me to do.
I feel that. That's
I know
a
exactly what she wants me to do.
He's like, this is just her wish list of like,
Meet me, please. Now I'm butthurt.
yeah, I'm upset that you didn't meet me, even though you didn't know I wanted to meet you because I didn't do any proper logistical planning.
Who plans
typical
nowadays?
Kelsey. Typical
Hey,
Kelsey.
It was wild. It was wild, but it worked. I'm glad it worked.
Works.
I'm just circling back to New Heights to say thank you for this.
Yes.
Look at this.
I'm the luckiest man in the
I
world.
can't.
So yeah,
PDA
Thank
is
you
so.
for doing all the editing. Jake, thank you for putting that on social media and letting it do its
But hold on,
course.
before we move on, how did you know he wasn't crazy? Because that's
How
the
did
other
you know
side.
he wasn't crazy?
The guy goes up there and professes his love for
What's
you.
wrong with being
It's
crazy,
either
Jason?
one, it's like this could be the most romantic thing in the world. It
What's
can
wrong
also
with
be
being
like
crazy
this
about
is.
somebody?
he is crazy,
Well, I
Jason.
mean, but there's a right crazy.
Yeah, he's the good kind of crazy. And I knew that he wasn't crazy the first couple of times that we talked. I was just like, he's truly getting to know me in a way that's very natural, very pure, very normal. Like also like just the way that he could make me laugh so immediately about
good.
normal things. Like Travis is like, he's just a vibe booster in everyone's life that he's in. He's like a human exclamation point. Like, you know, he's like when you take a
Human
picture on your phone and you put you push the
Question mark
enhance
for
color
close.
button.
Yeah.
That's like what you
That's
do to
why when I
everyone's
text,
life.
I'm always
You
exclamations.
I
got a
use
lot of
so many more
exclamations.
exclamation points now, but I think it was just like you're so non-judgmental about people and you were not judgmental about the fact that I knew nothing about the world you were in.
It was the best.
You were nice. You were
It was
so
the best.
nice.
I got a clean slate.
You were like, thank
Imagine
you.
get a clean slate.
She doesn't
you
know
for
any of my
asking.
bad
Jason, no,
stuff.
are you kidding me?
Jason, on our first date, I legitimately asked him what it was like when the Chiefs played the Eagles in the Super Bowl and he looked across the field, across the line of scrimmage, and saw his brother standing on the other, like 5 feet in front of him on the field.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Didn't happen.
he was, and he didn't even look at me. Like, I now know what an insane question that was. He was like, actually, I'm on the offense. And my brother's on the offense, and I'm only on the field at the same time as the defense. I thought everyone was out there at the same time. I thought that the quarterbacks.
I mean, that's how you played it on the playground growing up. So I understand if you hadn't like.
No, you
really
don't
been
understand.
there.
I thought it was like Jared Goff is here and Josh Allen's here, and they're gonna be like, they blow a whistle and then they go at each other and they're like, "Arr!" And it's like, who's gonna win?
That's actually.
I would love to see
Roger.
Jared Goff play some defense. Let's see Jared Goff on defense.
I've got some ideas. I've got some thoughts. Yeah. I didn't know what a first down was. I didn't know what
I still don't know
the
that.
chains were. I didn't know what a tight end was.
I am forever thankful for you diving into the football world wholeheartedly.
Oh my God. I fell in love with it. I became obsessed with it. I became like a person who was running through the halls of my house screaming, "We drafted Xavier Worthy." And my friends are like, who body snatched you? What do you mean we drafted Xavier Worthy?
I forget where I was, but you were the first person to tell me that
No, I
we
was
drafted the fastest
screeching.
man in the draft.
No, I was screeching. I couldn't believe it. I was freaking out. We're
I
talking
couldn't
about
believe
like,
it either. I'm like, wait, is she right? I had to look this up. I'm like, she get the wrong information here, but yeah, we traded up.
yeah, we're talking about cover 2, cover 4, cover 0,
Ooh,
man,
see.
cover.
I have
we're
no idea what she's talking about.
we're
Me
learning.
neither.
But I'm just like looking at her.
Maybe somebody
I'm
else.
like
that you
smiling like an idiot.
I'm not ready to
knows
be an
leverage.
analyst right now,
That's
but
been,
give me 16 months.
you're going to pick up on it. I'm telling you, you would ask some of the best questions when we were up in the booth, and there's like your desire to learn more, but your genuine excitement around it, as well as like your competitiveness.
She's not fucking around. No, Tay's not fucking around.
God.
She's not fucking around.
Reclaiming Masters, you want to tee this
Yeah,
up, Trev?
let's tee it up. One of
up.
my favorite things this summer was Taylor reclaiming her masters. Her recording of her first 6 albums finally became hers.
Yep.
And you haven't really talked about it. You made that beautiful post on all your social.
I love how she knows
channels, thanking
everything.
everyone that
All the
that
lore.
did everything. But,
Or most of them.
why don't you tell the 92%ers how it really felt?
Oh, wow. So to catch anyone up who doesn't know about this saga, like I signed a record deal when I was 15, and I always kind of refer to it as I got my music back this summer, but I never owned my music at all. So traditionally, a lot of record deals are set up in a way that artists don't own what's called their master recordings. Owning your master recordings means that you have complete control and power over distribution, licensing, and essentially the way your legacy is shaped. It's a huge thing. It's always been a huge thing for me. Like since I was a teenager, I've been actively saving up money to buy my music back and to ever own it in the first place, because it's usually the label that owns it. But I've always wanted this to happen. So it's been sold. My music has been sold a few times. The first time that it was sold, it really ripped my heart out of my chest. And I told everybody exactly how that felt for me and what I was going through. And I started basically defiantly re-recording my music because I wanted to own it. And this was the only way I thought it was ever going to happen. And so
I knew she had a bad kid, and she's got a little bit of a bad kid.
Yeah,
It's
you
not,
gotta.
it's not a bad kid. That's a freaking savvy kid. That's what that is. That's like, hey,
I've been told I've been defiant a lot of times.
well, you
in
are
my life,
defiant.
so.
You're very defiant.
It's like I
Insubordinate, Travis.
insubordinate. Yeah, it's I think for me, that was the closest I ever thought I would get to owning my music. And so re-recording my music, it was so exciting to get to have that opportunity. But there was still like, I thought about not owning my music every day. It was something that I never was, it's like an intrusive thought that I had every day. And so we do the Eras tour. After the Eras tour, I had a meeting with my team, and we decided this might be a good time to approach the current owners of it. The owners of it was a private equity firm called Shamrock Capital. I knew them to be above board people. They had been very friendly to us. What I was looking to do, though, was I wanted to buy my music outright. I don't want to be in a partnership. I don't want to own 30% of it. I want to own all of it.
Yeah, and you deserve that.
But it was a long shot to think that they would do that they would sell that asset to me.
It's a big asset.
It's a huge decision for them to make, to sell that to anyone, including me. I decided that rather than this be like a business conversation, I'm in the business of human emotion. I would so much rather lead heart first in something like this, because for me, this is not, I want to own this asset because of its returns, because if it's, because of the dividends that I will receive over the years. I want it because this is my handwritten diary entries from my whole life. These are the songs I wrote about every phase of my life. This is my photography, my music videos, most of which I funded. My artwork, everything that I've ever done is in this catalog. And so rather than send lawyers or management like in a big crew, I sent my mom and my brother, who I work with, to LA, and they sat down and this happened. I don't ever really talk about it because it's they sat down with Shamrock Capital, and they told them what this meant for me. They told them the whole story of all the times we've tried to buy it, all the times it's fallen through, all the times we had gotten plans together and figured out something we thought was going to work and it didn't at the last minute. And so my mom calls me afterwards. She's like, look, they were wonderful. They heard us out. We have no idea which way they're going to go with this. And so I was like, I get it. I haven't gotten my hopes up about this in a decade. And so it was a couple months after the Super Bowl. We're in Kansas City. And I get a call from my mom, and she's like, you got your music. Yeah. And so sorry that it's literally been so long since this happened. It's every time I talk about it. She was like, you got your music. And I just very dramatically hit the floor, for real. Honestly, just started
a long time coming.
bawling my eyes out. And I'm just just weeping and kind of unable. I was just like, really? Really? What do you mean? And I'm like, get yourself together, get your shit together. Just go tell Travis in a normal way. And I knock on the door. He's playing video games. And I'm trying to say it in a normal way. And I'm just like, Travis!
Oh no. What just happened?
And he's he puts his headset down. He's like, guys, gotta go. And I think he thought something was wrong. And you come up and I'm just like, I got all my music back. And then just start absolutely heaving.
Just dead weight. Losing all control.
Had no power in my legs to support myself. And I can't believe it still. Every time I think about it, it's I have to tell the short version to everyone, because it is still this will affect the rest of my life. I think about this every day now, but instead of it being an intrusive thought that hurts me, I can't believe this happened. How lucky am I? How grateful am I? I'm so grateful to the artists that helped me with my re-records, because when I did my re-records, I started doing those in 2021. Mm-hmm. And a lot of most of the industry trades were this is a bad idea. This is her sort of derailing her career in a way. Nobody's interested in you doing the same album twice. Fans are not going to be engaged with this. This is not going to go well for her.
Somebody knew though.
And it was I still was able to reach out to friends of mine like Phoebe Bridgers, Keith Urban, Maren Morris, Chris Stapleton, Haley Williams from Paramore, Fall Out Boy, all these absolutely incredible artists that shape who I am as an artist. Yeah. and they like agreed to be a part of the re-records. And I one of the only people I told before this happened was like, I called Phoebe Bridgers and I was just like, and she's like, did you just say what I think you said? I was like, yeah. And so this has just been like, I'm so grateful for it. It's just unbelievable. And I was so happy you were there when that happened.
I mean, because
I could not stand.
Yeah, I mean, I started crying too. You know,
you were weeping.
I was just so happy for you because I've seen how you make music. I've seen how you make these videos, seen the effort and the focus and the strategy behind what just one album in Torture Poets Department and in Fortnite. And I was blown away that you had been doing this your entire life. And for, your first 6 albums, you weren't given the rights to all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know what that looked like. And I know how much it burned you that you didn't have that. And you
I'm
didn't
gonna kill myself.
I think doing it the right way, creating the fan base that you did the right way, and leading your life in a direction that you were eventually going to get it back somehow, some way, because of you always doing things with the right intentions. So
thanks.
So how does music ownership, this is so crazy to me. So you wrote these songs, you sang these songs, you put everything into them. And don't get me wrong, there's publishing companies, people that support artists out there, but how does ownership of music even work? Like when you recorded these songs when you were 16, right? Is that like the singer
Can you dumb
gets
it
a
down
portion?
to us 90%?
Yeah.
The singer gets a certain portion, the artist gets or the songwriter gets a certain portion, and then the publishing company gets a certain portion?
Okay, so that's a great question. And there's 2 main categories that we're talking about here.
Go ahead.
So master recordings is the actual recording.
Yes.
It's the actual vocal, band, production, mixing, mastering, that actual thing.
Yes.
Mine also included my album artwork, my music videos, everything that went along with any era of music that I had done for my first 6 albums.
Got it.
Every era.
So then there's another category, which is publishing.
Yes.
I own my publishing, which is why, I have control over, if my song is used in a film, I wanted them to use Taylor's version instead of the original version, the songwriter, can decide that.
Got it. Okay.
And so it's like,
Noted.
I've always been very lucky because my publishing was protected. A lot of artists have their publishing sold away from them, or they sell their publishing. And and a lot of artists, it may not be important to them. It was always important for me. The publishing aspect of it has always been something I've had firmly in place, which is great because my songwriting is the core of why I do this, why I love it so much, and what I think has made anything happen in my career at all.
Greatest songwriter of all time.
That's very nice of you to say that. It's like, says her boyfriend.
Says a lot of people.
Basically,
Literally.
then you have
I
the
say that.
master recordings side of things. Now, this is a discussion that was not really brought up amongst the artist communities, especially not with fans. This was all kind of industry centric and kind of boring contract stuff that like fans were not speaking about.
Sure.
And so one thing that I think is really great that has come about because of this is that I have so many new artists come up to me now and say, hey, I didn't even know this was a thing.
Yeah.
And when I went to go and negotiate for my record deal, I negotiated to have my masters revert back to me after a certain amount of years, or that I own them outright. And it's not for everyone. Not everyone cares about this. Artist to artist, artists have different priorities. Some artists sell off all their masters because everyone's allowed to have their own priorities. What I wanted, though, is that if I were to put the information out about what I went through, at least it gets artists talking about this to decide whether this is a priority for them. Because you can't know if it's a priority for you unless you know what has come before you and what has happened. And so the master recordings thing, that's your actual ownership of your recordings. To put it in perspective, if I never would have been able to buy back my music, one day someone else would be leaving all of my music from my first 6 albums to their kids in their will.
Right. Yeah.
And you think about it like that, it's like,
Mhm.
I thought of it, I made it, I recorded it, I paid for most of those music videos. You know, I wanted an opportunity to buy that back. And that was important to me.
You feel like they're yours. They should be yours.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think it was easier for you to do one because just you talking about this, you're so aware of the business side of this and the legal ramifications. Like you're more aware than I think probably most artists are. But
Smartest
being
woman in the world.
it's crazy. Being a songwriter,
Says her
Writer,
boyfriend.
smartest woman in the world. Keep going.
you being the songwriter, being the singer, owning
She's so
the public
cute, I
rights,
can't.
being able to re-record songs,
Literally so beautiful.
that
Like,
gave you leverage and
I'm
able
gonna
to
come back and just do
make this
2,000
move, right?
screenshots.
Yes.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yes. So that was it. And also, you know, in my contract, they didn't put a clause in that said I couldn't re-record because nobody was doing it and nobody thought that was a good idea.
Right.
So, and also like, who would be that stubborn? Like who would be that petty
This badass kid over here.
that they would
that's
record
right.
every single thing
It's so badass.
over and
Well,
over
not-
again.
What was your favorite
Well,
one to
not
revisit?
just that. Hold on, though. But not just that. Who has a fan base that's going to listen to the same album twice in a row?
It's a good point, Jason. It's a good
Like
point.
honestly,
And-
and this
I'll
is where
do
they
it.
missed it. You had
If you make
this
a third
diehard
1989, I'll
community
listen
that
to
you had
that one
already
too.
built.
That's the thing is the
You
fans
told
are,
a story with the second time you released this album, right? And the fans got behind that
Yes.
narrative, and they're
And
like,
they-
Right
yeah,
away.
"Screw the first album. We're rolling with the re-recorded album because
Oh,
we're
yeah.
supporting the artist."
They were like, we ride at dawn. Like,
That's right.
and it was amazing because, you know, they're the reason why the re-records worked out. They're the reason I was able to purchase my music back because they came to the Eras tour. And basically they're the reason why any of this worked out. And I also want to note that like the other people who are like, we ride at dawn, my live band, they played on all the re-records. It's like, you want to know why they sound so perfect on the Eras tour. They played on all those records. Like they're session musicians too. And that's how good they are. And I'm so impressed just by their ability and their dexterity as musicians to be able to do that so convincingly, because there are actually there's the Taylor's versions one. I kind of prefer a lot of that stuff. I think it sounds incredible, but I'm happy to have all of it.
So that leads me to the next question, Tay. Now that you own all of it, you have the re-recordings, you have the original recordings. What should we listen to? Like, what do I roll with? Does it
Dealer's
matter?
choice.
You're just
Dealer's
like whatever
choice.
you guys want. Like,
Yeah, it's really whatever you guys want because I love both of them. I would not have put out the re-records if I didn't think that they held up or were better. I think a lot of the vocals I did on the re-records are better than the originals.
Ooh.
okay.
But it's like if you found a nostalgia in the originals and that was what you were listening to when you were 12 years old, bopping around in your bedroom, go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got them all.
I'm going to start doing comparisons. That's what I got to do. I just got to start doing comparisons.
Yeah.
You're gonna listen
I mean,
to every beat.
Yeah.
You're certainly, it's not mandatory, Jason.
I mean, that sounds like a good time.
I'll say this: there's a few good playlists out there that have a mixture of them all.
You've been streaming?
Yes,
Thank you.
I've been streaming for about 3 years now.
Oh,
You better fucking me.
that's fantastic. Thank you so much. That's why we got that spike in the
That's
in
what it
the
was.
35-year-old
Travis Kelce.
male demographic.
Right.
Yes, that
Hey.
1.7 billion. That was at least 1 billion of those
We-
for sure.
We have one IP address from one iPhone that continually is listening to the show. Did you have a favorite album that you re-recorded that, like, are there different eras that you liked recording more, re-recording?
I really liked them all, but I think Red was very special. There were
Yeah.
songs that I called from the vault songs, and there was one which I think is maybe my favorite song I've ever written called All Too Well, the 10-minute version.
Well, yes.
There were originally
It's literally
so many
the
more
song
verses in
called-
that song than ended up being on the album that I had put out when I originally put out Red. I made the glorious fortuitous mistake of saying that to my fans in an interview. You know
Okay.
what those words
I
mean.
love it.
You're so handsome. So basically, I said that in an interview to my fans,
We
and
have
they
10
just,
minutes
like,
left of the meeting, by
hung
the way.
on to it. They were like, "Where's the 10-minute version? Give us the 10-minute version."
Yeah.
And when it came time to doing Taylor's version and re-recording the album, I went back in, found the verses, restructured the song to the way that it pretty much was when I had originally written it, put
Yeah.
him back in. And that song is one of my favorite things I've ever done. And it was when we were on the Eras tour, I'm watching people just like cathartically scream this song to the point where I'm like, do you need to go to the hospital? Like, it was so passionate, the fan response to that song at the Eras tour. I remember thinking so many times, like, what if this never happened? Like, what if I never had to
it's one of the most
re-record
iconic
this?
parts of that tour.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
And so like, yeah, it really did make me fall back in love with that album specifically. I have a song with Phoebe Bridgers that I really love on that, you know, From the Vault. Chris Stapleton was a part of it as well. And I think that one, I've always loved Fearless in 1989 in a very pure way. But Red, I've kind of gone back and forth over the years and been like, you know, like,
The Speak Now Erasure.
recording it made me just be like, oh,
No way, I didn't even know.
I had no complicated feelings about that. Wouldn't have done anything different. Maybe except to include the original verses the first time.
Well, we just talked about the different eras a little bit. Let's talk about perhaps the most daunting thing that any artist has ever taken on, which is the Eras tour.
Oh my God.
You finally finished it up last December in Vancouver. I don't know. What did it feel like to wrap it up? What does it feel like now? Like not touring and being on a jet every day, basically trying to go from country to country. Yeah.
I mean,
insane.
It feels great, Jason, to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you.
You don't miss it?
I miss it. I do miss it, but it's like, it was perfect for what it was.
Yes,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it was a lot of physical therapy, and it was a lot of like being in a state of perpetual physical discomfort. Kind of like when you're in season, you know?
Yeah, no.
I'm not getting hit
my first time
by huge 300 pounders, but the heels.
When I saw the
for that
recovery
long-
station in the hotel room after with the toe spacers.
I got an acupuncture mat. I've got.
Shit, I'm telling you, dude, the similarities were crazy. I'm like, oh my gosh. She
We're like
does more than I do.
We're like comparing
after-
physical therapy stories, like recovery stuff. But
have you ever tried taping your ankles?
We related on how much
Big
torture
ankle
we put our
tape guy.
bodies through.
I miss it because I miss the fans and I miss that connection. But at the
I
same
miss it
time,
too.
it was so special. It was like the most formative time of my life. I learned so much about how far I can push myself, and if I set a goal, you know, making that a 3.5 hour show in the beginning of the tour, it's like you can't like be sick one day and then decide tonight it's going to be 2.5 hours.
Right.
And it's really just like prioritizing the fans'
Toughness.
experience before anything else. And
I can
my
do it
fellow
with a broken heart.
yeah,
Don't get me started.
like-
Dude.
Don't you get me started.
or like stomach flu, or like just like aching feet or blisters or whatever. Like it just was
Which she had all of this going through.
usually
and it's
all
like,
at the
yeah,
same time.
Crazy.
going into her
Literally
fourth
not
show.
real.
Yeah. And it just, it was kind of the coolest thing in the world, because when we were putting together this tour, I had some really lofty goals I wanted to reach conceptually, because I wanted to show,
Should we stop just in case?
We have 6 minutes left.
Okay.
Let's watch just like a few more minutes. I'll tell you when it's at 1 minute.
show
All right.
fan conceptually, because I had some really lofty goals I wanted to reach conceptually, because I wanted to show fans, and especially younger fans, visuals and sort of performance art references that were really important to me as a kid, and what inspired me to want to do this, right? So like I wanted to put elements of musical theater, Broadway, ballet, you know, scenery that you would see in an opera,
Who thinks like this?
I was about to say, I watched the whole tour. I just thought it was amazing. I didn't notice.
But that's exactly it. I wanted it to be references that I thought were really high concept and really high value for fans, and for them to see things they hadn't necessarily seen before, all in one concert. But I wanted to do it at the highest intensity, rapid fire. You're seeing something new every 15 to 30 seconds. And so it feels like you're scrolling in an algorithm, right?
Yes.
And when I heard reports of people saying that they got actual amnesia after the concerts. I was like, oh, I think we did it.
Yeah.
I think
nailed it.
we did it, nailed it.
That's what we do.
That's genuine. That's I wasn't even shooting for that goal when they're like, I saw so many things and I experienced a state of euphoria that I now don't remember what happened to me. I was like, oh my God.
All
Oh
I
my
remember
God,
is that
we
she
did it.
didn't want to meet me. That's it.
That's it. That's all he got about.
And as much as you, and I've told you this, as much as you want to, give New Heights credit, I give the Eras Tour credit.
Yeah.
I give the Eras Tour credit
Tell me
because
more.
if I would have never gone to
Tell me
that
more.
show and been mesmerized and just been captivated,
Yeah.
and then left with such a desire to want to meet you, I would have never.
I can't with her. I love her so
I told
bad.
everybody how butthurt I was. Yeah, I'd never just been so engulfed in the curiosity of who you were.
Oh, that's
And look
really
at this.
I really-
wonderful.
You know,
I really
one of the
have.
best things about that last statement is you didn't even know what the word engulf meant before, like you met Taylor. Like this is,
Third wheel.
you have broadened your
He was
horizons.
literally-
What engulf meant before.
Oh, that's
And look
really
at this.
I really-
wonderful.
You know,
I really
one of the
have.
best things about that last statement is you didn't even know what the word engulf meant before, like you met Taylor. Like this is, you have broadened your horizons so much.
We're the perfect. I'm telling you, it's so. She makes me so much better. So,
Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying
No.
that.
and then, but it's like you see you on the stage, and you see how crazy you can get an entire stadium going, and then I get you in a room, and it's like I've known you forever. It's like it was just the easiest conversation I ever had, and it was just so much fun that it just knocked my socks off, from what they say.
Knocked your socks off.
Yeah.
Thank you. I felt
She
the
blew
same
me
exact
away,
way
and
about you.
I had never experienced something so mesmerizing on stage, and then so real and so beautiful in person.
Hey, that's
Should I leave?
wonderful.
I'm just gonna
Yeah, I think so. Honestly,
I'm
at this
sorry.
point, I think everyone should leave.
Where we go from here now. How many countries did you do the Eras Tour in?
47,000 countries, Jason.
You just listed that in the beginning.
Well, I said 51 cities, which I don't know if that's
It
right.
was a lot of countries.
150?
What was really fun about all the countries that we went to is when we first started dating, he was like, I always wanted to go and really vacation in Europe and
Oh,
see
it was so
Australia
much fun.
and, go to Asia. And I was like, well, I got a tour for that, it's coming up. You wanna-
Oh, nice. You got room for a 6'5" guy to
Yeah, we can
come
figure it
hang
out.
out?
Like, no, the dimensions are wild, but we'll make some room. I think we'll have to leave some equipment trunks
Thank
behind
you for
to accommodate the size, but absolutely, we'd be happy to have you. And we got to travel the world and have vacations and adventures when I wasn't on stage, which was really fun because like Europe was so fun. Australia is amazing.
Yeah.
It was great. And that entire part of our lives, like I was on tour for so long and now I finally am not on tour. And it's kind of great because I'm getting my hobbies back.
Okay, we're at
Like, when
1
I was
minute
on
now.
tour-
We're at 1 minute.
All right.
I almost didn't want to say it because I didn't want her to stop talking, but
No, we have to. Okay.
we have to.
I'll just-
Okay.
Okay, 10 seconds.